What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome to this little guide for Killing Floor 2, where all we do is show how to beat the maps on Hell on Earth. And our focus is, what is the easiest way of doing it? Now obviously if you're looking for an easy way of doing it, picking a short game is the entry point. Because, well, you only need to do well for 4 waves. And you don't need to be a genius to figure out that doing well for 4 waves is easier than doing well for, I don't know, 10 waves. I think that one should be pretty easy to understand. Now, there are a few considerations that you must make when looking at the perk you pick. Now the first map we are looking at today is Biotics Lab. Generally speaking, I would say Firebug is a good choice. Support is a good choice. And, which we see here, Berserker is a good choice. I think the fact that you can do it with every perk if you are good is well known, is well documented, and shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. However, this is not what we're after here. What we are after is, what is the easiest way to do it? And I think the easiest way, and that goes for a lot of maps, you will see that as a recurring theme, is play Berserker. Now, is Berserker really the single strongest perk in the game? You could make an argument for that. In multiplayer, however, it is a lot more balanced. For solo play, Berserker is king. Not only can you hold your position with it, but you can also exit every sort of critical situation. And we just pick up a katana here. I wasn't sure if we stay Berserker for a while or if we switch next wave. Now I'm still not sure, and that is why I pick up the katana, to just leave my options a little more open. The argument could be made that Berserker into support and the AA-12 is the strongest. I think we are going Berserker into Eviscerator. Not sure though, not sure. We'll see. There are a few combinations that I have in mind that are very beginner friendly. I'm just not sure which one I want to pick here. Now as you can see, I'm using a level 25 perk. And you could argue that makes things a lot easier, and yes it does. But that's what this guide was about, right? Doing the easiest way. Showcasing to people that can't beat these maps how they could beat these maps. Whee! Yes, you guys attack each other. That could be fun. I don't really want to fight, do I? Yep, that husk is dead. Now for a lot of people, husks seem to be the problem number 1 when it comes to playing Berserker. This is funny. Now you could get a Scrake to do the job of killing the husk, but actually who's gonna win that? Oh no! He just suicided on the Scrake. Now what you want to do is get a hit in and back off. Unfortunately you are very fast and this guy isn't. So you can just get hits in and then back off. You could parry, and you could use a parry skill and do it, but I think this is the easiest one. I think if you start with parrying here, it gets into a range where some people are going to have trouble. Yeah, we go Eviscerator. We do want to go for the easiest setup, and this is just it. So now we are on Katana and Eviscerator. And now it's pretty much a cakewalk, let's be honest. And that is why getting the achievements solo is so easy. This setup makes life so much easier.
Hurry up. Zeds are getting closer.
Other recommended setups, not only for this map but for other solo attempts, are Firebug with dual Spitfires, and the microwave gun. Although the argument could be made that an off-perk AA-12 is better, because you can clear all the trash in the world with the Spitfires. And yeah, the AA-12 might be a lot more beginner friendly as far as taking out large sets goes. Now what you want to do is, you want to amp him and then get 2 headshots. Ideally not as poorly as I did.
Now finish the job. Allez.
And now it's just run from the Zeds and kill some of them. Shouldn't get trapped though, that's a bad idea. And then it's really only about perception. I saw there was a Scray coming this way, so I probably should go the other way. But as a Berserker you kinda have a lot more room for mistakes, and that's what this is all about, having room for mistakes. Because let's be honest, this guide is not aimed for people that don't make mistakes. If you're good at the game, you don't need this. You will have all maps finished already. If you're at that level, you should probably do this with like fake players and whatever. But again, this is not what this aims towards. So the easiest way is just take your time, move forward, sometimes turn around, get a few kills. Be aware that those guys are pretty darn deadly. Your main friend, your best friend, is going to be situational awareness. Now you will hear that term a lot when people tell you, well, what is important to become a good player? And people will say, well, be aware of your surroundings, blah de blah de blah. Some other tips inserted. There are a few mistakes that I see players make. Now one of them, which is easily avoided, take your time. Players rush a lot. They hurry and they force situations which are disadvantageous for them.
Doesn't come any shinier.
What do I mean by that? Now, I see that a lot in multiplayer games,
There's Zeds on the scope. Must close the pod very
and
soon.
you also shouldn't do that in single player games. If you have multiple large sets, for example, don't rage all of them at once. Don't rage 3 Scrakes and 2 Flesh Pounds and have them all run at you.
I'm about to shut the pod.
Be aware that Scrakes are not a danger as long as they are not raged. I mean, obviously you should be aware of them so that they don't just walk up to you and kill you.
Turn's over. Get back to work.
But you can just back
More
up
Zeds
from them
inbound.
and wait with the engagement for a better time. You do not immediately need to focus them. Flesh Pounds are a different story because those will start raging, so be aware of that. You cannot forever run from Flesh Pounds. However, since this is a solo game, and especially since you're a Berserker, it is very easy to avoid that confrontation as well. Why? Well, just think about one of your biggest strengths. You have melee weapons. You can just parry them and move on. You will take very little damage. With a damage resistance and a successful parry, a Flesh Pound is a very small danger to you. As I blatantly missed that shot, that was a little bit better.
I should get paid a bonus for this. Careful.
You probably should use your katana a little bit more. As you can see, I'm already out of ammo, which is hilariously bad. But you know, this is casual gameplay for casual players. So, you know. And this just goes to show, how strong Berserker really is. You can just hold down there
Hope someone's taking notes.
and not be in trouble. And it just works. That's how strong it is. This is a kiting perk,
Watch out.
as that husk suicides into his own Zeds. This is a kiting perk that you can use to hold positions, and that just goes to show how strong it truly is. Especially in solo play. And we're just poking a little bit here and killing the remaining Zeds. Now it really doesn't matter how you kill those. I mean, is this the most practical way? Probably not, but you know. Now, a while ago,
Out there.
I would have suggested picking the microwave against the boss. I think everyone who has played it that time and played that beta version of it knows what I'm talking about, but
Newsflash, I'm not
the
loving
easiest way is
of this place.
Bring up the
probably
troops.
staying
We'll
with
get
that
upgrades from
setup.
here. More Zeds on the way. Start to wrap things up.
Now you could argue that I probably just should rename that guy to How to Play Berserker on all the maps. And you would have a fair point.
Last chance.
Because on pretty much every map, Berserker is going to be the strongest perk. Especially for soloing.
More Zeds on the scope. Back to it, mes amis.
I would like to try some other ones. And I will see for maps that specifically cater towards a specific perk that is very strong on it. But let's be honest,
Got a sneaky one.
Berserker rules. Not sure why I did that.
Right, trade it. A legal kid.
I think it matters. You should be careful. Just because you're a Berserker does not mean you're invulnerable. So you should still have some cover nearby that you can rely on. But yeah, the Eviscerator should take you through the boss fight easily. You saw how much damage those shots did. And as far as the trash goes, you can just saw it, right? I totally didn't see him. That's another thing, you can miss those. You can miss him, it doesn't matter. You really just... you have to be careful and aware of where he is and what attack he wants to use on you. A push really isn't very scary. You can tank those pushes all day long. What we are afraid of is the rockets, and to a slightly lesser degree, but still, the minigun. And that is why you do want to have cover nearby. For the sole reason of those two attacks. However, as you could see, even that couldn't really hurt us. But you should really avoid that. That can kill you. As we got pretty lucky here. But again, that's just what Zerka does for you. It makes you get lucky. It covers a lot of your mistakes, and I'm actually pretty glad it does, because I am having a hard time commentating and playing. It's easier with other games, but this is a relatively quick game that usually takes some of your concentration if you want to do well. So yeah, it's not the easiest thing. Now obviously you can use your EMPs as well. I'm not sure how much that actually helped me, but... oh, at least it does some damage, right? Yeah, have fun shooting those. Oh, that was a sweet shot, wasn't it? I mean, he cannot fight this, and now he's dead. So this confirms some theories. A, Zerka is incredibly strong. B, solo is relatively easy to finish. And yeah, this is probably the easiest way of doing it. Pick Zerka and win. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helps you get the achievement. And until next time, farewell.